This is Yom Yerushalmi Terumos. The article is about edition around Dafan Gimel Rav. We're approximately 12 lines down, and two dots of Bechia Ber Shem Abiyachlan in the Vilna, around Daf Memal from the base. About 4 lines down in the wide lines of Bechia Shem Abiyachlan. The Kavanaki points out it's got to be Bechia Barva. It's named Rabbi Yochanan. It can't be Rabbi Chia. Bechia Barva knows that Shochet Beim Matzah Basheketz. Shut the animal and found it a worm of some sort. Also, Bachil and I'll eat it. My time why? But it says, Behema bibehema tochlu. The literal pasuk is, an animal you can eat, not a sheketz in an animal. So if you find a fetus, you can eat sheketz, it's comes kosher with some other shechita, you can eat it, but not the worm or other insect, whatever you find in the animal. Well, what's between that and the certain types of worms, which are lentils, yetushim, certain type of wasps, which are klesin, klesin are another type of legume. The toloim worms, shabbatmarim, which are dates, the rogus and figs, as long as they weren't poresh from the fruit or the vegetable mutter. So they're like their body. Bramhacha ain't no they're not like their body. It's interesting. The Kavanah is very wonderful difference. He says, where it has a different chiyus, it would say there's no separate chiyus because fruits and vegetables don't have a chiyus. So therefore, in that case, they're considered to be of the fig and of whatever it is. They're not an independent issa. We're here where the sheketz has an independent existence. So then it's an independent chiyus. So therefore, it's not bought out to the chiyus of the other thing which is found of the. I should say since the animal is independent chiyus from the sheketz. So therefore. It's not the shek. It's not batal to it. But the Rashi has much more about the shibshai. He says, and I think it's the name of the Bible. He says we're chayshish that the wasps and such like grow inside the fruits or vegetable, but the worms and other things probably came from outside somehow, or ingested, or somehow otherwise inhaled by the animal. Okay, either way, so that's we draw that distinction between the worms in inanimate fruits and vegetables and the worms in the live animals. The question, of course, famous question, is what about the worms in fish? So I think that their issue, even though the fish and worms have a separate chiyus, I think there are many possible that are butted to the fish, to salmon and such like. So I'm not 100% sure about the Kavanaki Sfari here. Could be that it's more likely to say like the Rascirilio. And Pnei Moshe says, Ma'am Makasi, they come from elsewhere. Okay, so in any event, so the Gemara says further, yeah, I think Tira de Marasa, you have Tir, Murios, you have the brine of fish oil. And Adlo Yatzil, before it also has some blood in it. And before the blood settles to the bottom, Shari, it's okay. It's suspended in the mixture. Once it's the mixture clears and the blood sinks to the bottom, so then it's also because the blood looks, even though it's fish blood is not also. But fish blood, which looks like blood, independent blood, is also. Why? Because it's marasayim. Okay, so therefore, even though it's fish blood, we know that there's halacha. If you do drink fish blood, you have to have scales in it. So I guess here there's no scales in the brine. So therefore, you have to have you can't drink it once it's separated at the bottom. A similar thing, tiny dam shel kiko goro v'ochlo. You have blood which is on the loaf of bread and it's outside your mouth, even though it's blood which came out from between your teeth and it's not usher. You have to remove it for you. But if it happens in your mouth, it's not a concern. You can eat it. It's because obviously it's not blood of a human being is mutter no matter what. There's no damal time is mutter. But here also is an issue of maris ayin, which if you find in middle reading, and depends whether it's inside or outside. Tani, we learned hagizin va'bizbuzin va'zizin. These are all types of shrutzim which grow inside fruit. Yochel is not shame but pre. Do we say when they're still inside the fruit they're usher? Tamar sheketz heim. They are sheketz. When they are by themselves, not when they're inside the fruit. What about if they went about and came back into the fruit? Which is what Rechash is by Bisman. It's normally that maybe so it came out, went back in. Tamlama Sheketsu. It remains a Sheket, feel Yatsu because even it went back out and came back. Ram said, I feel Yatsu as far as even they came out to the surface of the food. They came out of and went back in. They're still also. We saw it. There's a whole issue with strawberries. I know with the thrips, if they come out in those holes, see in the holes, but they're still inside. You can see they have been porridge or not porridge. I think we're machmir on them if we see them. In any event, Rabbi Abba bar Ravuna b'shem Rabbi Yochanan hashochet behemo masa b'chazi b'shechnamo a kosher animal. You find it in a pig, mutabach allowed to eat it. The Musioni, you find sounds just like a bird, even though it's a kosher bird. Also b'chila, also my timer. But behemo ba behemo tochelu. It doesn't have to be a kosher animal. He says it should be an animal in an animal. Open behemo tochelu, but not a bird animal. Of course, not a shekets in an animal. Okay, so what about the next case of Mishnah, which is Tom Pish Pish, where you taste the taste of the rancid bug. Whatever the name of that bug is. Offhand, but in any event, you find taste in your mouth. What do you do? So, Mishnah had said that you should spit it out. It makes it repugnant. So, repugnant. Well, it says, also to our pishpish, not just a pishpish. A cold of a shamshal, a cold of a meadow. Eating which a person finds repugnant, if it gets the mouth the same as the food, you can spit it out. We're not concerned with Hepsi Truma. That goes back to Shaktu as part of it as well. Okay, next Mishnah. Ochel, Mishnah Gimel. Ochel, eating a cluster of grapes. Next Mishnah who came, you came from the Gina, the outer garden to the courtyard. And outside in the Gina Sayek Kavul Chuvas Maisis, but a Chatzar it becomes Kavul Chuvas Maisis. As my more you can still finish it, but Bishumar Loigman says can't finish it. Similarly, Chashka Shabbos, eating on Erev Shabbos when Sayek Kavul Chuvas Maisis, even in the wherever you're eating, in the Gina, the Chatzar is not an issue. Loigmar, you can't finish. Rabbi Lezer said you can finish it. The Shomer Ligmar Rishua says not. You can't fix it. You can't finish it. You have to actually first fix it before because Shabbos Kobeli Meiser. Just like Chatzos Kobeli Meiser, so do Shabbos Kobeli Meiser. He says, "Gemara Tamati." We learned over there. Where is this in the Mishnah Meisers? Kevin, you have a grapevine which is planted in the chutzer. No tell as called eshkol, take the entire cluster. And you can eat it as a snack without fixing it. The question is why? Because I have to get into that. So to buy a pomegranate, and so to buy a squash or a gourd, whatever is diver abitarfon. Or it's opinion right tarfon. Kilmer megarger be'eshkol. You can pluck a single grapes from the cluster and eat them one by one. But if you took an entire cluster from the grapevine the chutzer, it's considered that you put a lot of it together and it's kamar malacha, and therefore the chutzer is koveid for Mr. Meiser because the chutzer it fixes the same for Meiser if it reaches the stage of kamar malacha. So again, remember megarga be'eshko, take grape by grape. Porate berimon, berimon evidently is taking seed by seed. The sobes ba'batiach, and sobes ba'batiach. I'm not sure exactly how that works. What exactly that means, he does not explain it here in the Kavanaki. But maybe it's seeds inside the gourd. Bushes anything? This is cut in very small pieces. I guess in there it's kind of nullified then. Okay, so the Rabbi Zira, Rabbi Chia, B'Shem Rabbi Yochanan said I'm not. It doesn't change it. It also should be Rabbi Chia, B'Shem Rabbi Yochanan. O Rabbi Tarf, Rabbi Eliezer. Either Rabbi Tarf holds like Rabbi Eliezer that once you plucked it off, you decided to eat it. As this way you pluck it up, decided to eat it as a snack, you can continue to eat it as a snack. The mechutz does not go bad. Or Rabbi Tarfon holds that when you pluck it, it's as if you began it. It's not a gemar malacha. And need an additional gemar malacha in order to make it chayav and shumas umay. It could be kovel shumas umaysos. So even though, again, either it's like Rabbi Eliezer that you made it to determine make it a snack, and therefore chutzah can't be kovel the maisros, or also Rabbi Tarfon that, or Rabbi Tarfon knows that no, it could be kovel the maisros, but since the plucking is not considered to be a tziruf. I'm not so happy with this. But as you said, all right, there those are determined also so eichel kid chiloso. Not like marmalacha. Let's go on. Rabbi Yasser Shem said, "Oh, Rabbi Tarfon, Rabbi Lezer." Similar idea. Rabbi Tarfon said, "Achilas achas yesh bo shtayim shlosh achilas kachil achas." So this is a different shot. Even though he's eating the grapes one by one, so it's all considered to be one large grape, and therefore it's not considered a gemar malacha. It's not very clear to me that how exactly that works. The Roman side, he's not machlekes. He's given it's like a lishna achrina, but the halacha is the same. Let's see if the Rashi really helps in this one because I really don't. It's not so comfortable with this. It says. Well, either as a Rebbe Lezer, but note that's Eshkol Tani Gomer the Komar, coming Skil Shoygeg, note that's Kumashlibo. Okay, so he makes it says already. So when he started with Shoygeg, shouldn't have started. He did start, then he can continue. So Rebbe Lezer said by Truma, the previous Mishnah. Or he says, Kitzo Kitchilaso, Chaflisha Sochum, Milkto Kitchilas Achela. So it's could be you started eating it, and the Chatzor doesn't do any good. It's after the Maisa, but once he plucked it, and that's the beginning of Achila, and that was okay because it wasn't yet in the Chatzor. I guess he just plucked it off the tree, and it's still in the tree. And then he says, he takes all the eshkol, his mouth, and what shot? And that's their charai. So he's snacking by taking it off in his mouth. Even a chutz, it's not koveya. Well, these things are a bit difficult to understand. I don't see any different shot in here. Yourselves, but I don't see any different shot. Okay, so anyway, it says going further. My time Rebbe Lezer. What's logical Rebbe Lezer that he was Mata was in start a rye you can finish. When he's going from the Gina to the Chatzor Yigmar. So he started Beheter Bachilas a rye. So Mishum Eska Baba no, it's not the reason. It's not better. Says no, you can't finish. You just can freeze the process. You know, suspend an animation, and you can finish Motzei Shabbos. Go. It's great. When in the chutzner, it's not irrevocable. You leave the chutzner. You start Shabbos, it's not irrevocable. After Shabbos, you can finish it. In the chutz itself, and on Shabbos itself, you can't eat without taking troops and mice, which is what it seems to be much more glot. I don't know if we see here we don't pass Blazer, so it's not going to help. But that would be its. Without it to be, that's how I've been also explaining Rabbi Yaz. Okay, that brings us to the bottom of Ayin Gimel and Beis, and now to a new mission, top Ayin Dalet. So stop here for today.